Okay, now talk, James, but make sure that you stop in 50 minutes, okay? Because we don't want to talk more than we want to talk less. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Welcome to James True Live. Weird, maybe weird. It's not weird. Something weird. There's nothing weird about any of this stuff. That's right. Hello, everyone. This episode brought to you from the wonderful Lavender Winter Balm Oregon Harvest Organics that I've been using on my skin. This stuff is freaking amazing. Good stuff. Made from the heart. Mountain Streams. I'm not muted. No, I'm not muted. Mountain Streams. Ask your doctor if this is right for you. I went to, what do they call it? They call it Atlanta. I went to Atlanta. And I've been watching television. Like a lot. It snowed in Atlanta. And they're freaking the fuck out. I mean, they are freaking the fuck out. They are. Some people are having a good time. Most people are kind of freaking out. And I don't know if most people. I didn't do a poll. I didn't take a poll. We can hear you. Oh, thank you, Modern. Thank you, Doug. Good to see you. Appreciate it. Holy pants are the holiest of pants. Thank you, Adrian. That's wonderful, wonderful insights into the holiness of pants. I'm wearing Shogun pants. I recommend them, guys. Guys, trousers fucking suck. I don't even know where to start. First of all, unless you have some magic fucking waist, my waist is not where pants says waists are. And if I go higher, people make fun of me. And if I go lower, I risk I'm not going to go here. Well, do what you want to do, guys. Shogun pants. Check them out. Check them out near you. They have this is the closest I can show it to you. They're sort of like this. And they're, oh God, they're fucking great. They're great. Elastic waistband, so feels like you're homeless. That's always good. Feel homeless and comfortable at the same time, ladies and gentlemen. I was in Atlanta, watching the news freak out about the snow. They're exclaiming that not even four-wheel drive can help, which I'm kind of laughing because they're showing cars that have two-wheel drive on the TV, so they don't even know what four-wheel drive is there. It's they're adorable. They're adorable. They really are. And at least 9 weathermen were on the same broadcast. They kept cutting from weatherman to weatherman to weatherman, and I gotta be honest with you, I was fucking enthralled. I was on the edge of my seat. They even told me what they were getting ready to say, and it was some of the most mundane, boring things you could imagine, and I was still hooked. I was still like, oh my God, Andrea Cortez is going to tell me about how to stay warm, and she's holding mittens, and I get the feeling that she's going to tell me about the technology of mittens, and I'm going to learn something that I've never known before. And I waited, I don't know, 7 minutes. I don't know how long it takes for her to come on. There were at least 8 other weather people before, and by the time she got there, she said, it's really important that you keep your fingers and toes warm in the winter. Things like frostbite and cold can really cause you to suffer and strain. And so what I do is I wear these mittens, and there are millions of people watching. There is a real estate guy. His name's, I'm not going to give him credit. Yeah, Mark Swain. I don't care. Selling houses out the bazoo because he knows people are hooked. They're watching Andrea Cortez tell them about mittens, and it was provocative. It was cutting edge. It was an HDTV. There was an high definition television there. There was music. There was drama. There was intrigue. There was a mix of predictability in which it was explained that everything was going to be revealed. But there was an emergency, and the emergency was that not even four-wheel drive can save us from this storm. My reality is always shifted by how much I forget the majority of cellular hallucinations are at that place where having a news program on or even having a television on all the time is important for civilization. I'd forgotten how much emotional sort of feel trapped when I would watch TV or when I lived in a house where the TV was always on. Because of the timbre of the commercials and the show, I found it nearly impossible to do anything else. Reading really seems impossible around a television. And we hate television, or we're supposed to hate television. We say we hate television. We get social cred for killing our television. And the television told us to do that. The television advertised the idea that you would be cool if you were to kill me. And we said, you know what? We need more than 3 channels. We're like, we need to UHF this fucker. And people are like, you don't want to UHF. We don't want to put no channels on UHF. And Fox News was like, fuck it, man. I don't care if the picture's bad. People will watch it anyway. And they're right. They're right. Now, there's a lot more going on here. First of all, Ross Ulbricht was pardoned today, and this is really why I'm streaming. Second of all, I have an airstream in 8 minutes, airship in 8 minutes, and it's a Zoom call we do. We meet almost every week, pretty much weekly. You'll get an invite to that if you join Patreon. Patreon's for free. You can join Patreon for free, and the invite tonight is free. So please don't come to the Patreon, come to the airship that's free, and tell the whole group that you really wish that you could pay for it, because it's a free invite. So we don't need to proselytize ourselves like that. But yeah, you can come if you want, and we can discuss things or not. But I at least wanted to talk about. I wrote a book called Best Apocalypse Ever. That's not what I'm trying to talk about, but I've pushed forward the idea that the things that are happening to us, around us, for us, by us, unbeknownst to us, but on purposely unbeknownst to us, because we are we're just so good at this amnesia. So good at it. We compress the reality of what happened. And when you compress something, you can't see what's inside of it anymore, but you still have the whole file. This is called a zip file. And amnesia is sort of that. And so we're constantly compressing what's happened to us and then being reborn simply so we have the entire archive of what's there, but we don't know what's inside. And we, kind of gussy in and pull out a little bit each time. And look at it. And then we're like, I don't want to look at this. You know what? I need Andrea Cortez to tell me about the weather. And Andrea, if you're out there, I think you're great. What you brought for me was sort of a reminder of where a lot of people are at. And when you look at the world through the reminder of that, I think that you can watch Donald Trump and do what I've written about him many times in many of my books, that I've referred to him as a Freemasonic lion archetype. And when I say lion, I don't mind you interpreting that as one who lies or a lion. I meant it as lion, as in Leo, and the alchemical power that this man has to convey resonance. I think that what I've found in Trump is neither good nor bad. I don't like to romanticize someone being good or bad. I more tend to want us all to see each other as nature, and in that natural sight to see the species for what it is. So a skunk is not a bad creature. A rat is not a bad creature. We have these connotations of them, but really it's boils down to our tolerance of ourselves. I think that this pardon is a ploy, a psyop, and a really good thing, and a crucially important proof, one of many, 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 many that I've brought to you on this show, James True Live, brought to you by patrons, that tells you over and over again that this is the best apocalypse ever. The countries are not what we think they are, and the evil Luciferian Masonic over reptilian overlords that occupy a prison planet that most people profit from scaring you about actually have a few guiding principles to them, and I believe one of which is surely so easily seen as what we would call the great work, the alchemical perfection of the rejected stone. This, the oldest Masonic ritual is a beautiful idea of having to find yourself by rejecting yourself. Having the world reject you is the only course that you can find to build a foundation, to build a new you, a new temple of you. And the cornerstone is the rejected stone. It is the stone that was rejected. And in that rejection, the alchemical refinement of that stone made it sharper and sharper and more perfect. And the perfection of this came from the teats of vitriol, the deepest alchemical sulfuric green dragon milk that can be dispensed through the nipple has been placed in your lips in the magical cathedral of Helios that we call this place, this earth. And I want you to know that if this place was here to enslave you, I think that pardoning Ross Ulbricht was probably about the most stupidest idea I've ever heard. I don't think that this means there's a danger because this one particular person. It's not really about Ross. It's really more about the entire concept and the meaning of what it means to be free. And Ross created a digital landscape where true anarchy could exist and did. And it was purposely hunted out and used as a honeypot by the FBI over a number of years to infiltrate and create a human magnet to lure in people that believed in freedom too. And I don't think that the people that were enacting the this psyop or the operation to hunt down Ross, I should say, were necessarily evil. I think they were stupid because they follow orders, because they got a job and they have a fucking badge. And when you have a badge, you were no longer beholding to you. You were beholding to the person who gave you the fucking badge. And what they did is the same thing that all people that have a badge will do. And at the same time, I believe that society is going to need some badges because we abuse the privilege of ourselves on a daily basis. We abuse the privilege of our own ion channels and require badges to be formed. So we call forth the badges, and so therefore the badges are medicine and the badges are helping us too. I've got 2 minutes to say this. If you want to continue to believe we live in a prison planet, you are going to seek felony, psychopathic pedophiles to lie to you. If you've had enough of the government, you're not going to follow the felonious pedophiles that run the upper echelons of government. You are going to find the pedophiles that run in the upper echelons of the truth movement. It's the same process. You seek out a horrible archetypal leader so that you can watch him burn. And this truly is medicine, because when you watch a hero burn and they burn ridiculously, they're giving you permission to make a mistake. So we choose an archetype that purposely gives us the worst kinds of mistakes, the worst kinds of folly, i.e. Elon Musk is just one of many. Buzz Aldrin is one of many. And we take these figures and we purposely trot them out precisely because they are awful. Precisely because they are so bad. And Elon Musk said, I spoke to you about him cheating on video games, and the profound message there is not that Elon Musk cheated. The profound message is that he told all these fucking people that he was going to save humanity by going to Mars, by building an underground tunnel that was written in a book written by, oh God, I don't even get me started. But all these lies, and it took him claiming to be good at video games, that it took that. That was the only thing that people can afford to doubt. It's the only thing that we have the appetite to doubt for. And I'm telling you, if you look at the pardoning of Ross Ulbricht, you are looking at someone, an alchemical someone, stretching the boundaries of what we are. The autonomy that you have as a cell is based on your ability to either proselytize yourself onto a state or to not do so. And that the balance you have, I insist, is the patriotic duty you have, in my opinion, is not to be sovereign. It is to be symbiotically sovereign. And this is so much harder because sovereign, all you have to do is pretend you're sovereign. So you have to just listen to some tapes about what true anarchy is and insist it's freedom and it's just about church, and you never actually have to practice it. You just have to be angry. And you compete for who's the angriest about anarchy, and you call that this idea. But the symbiotic work that I'm telling you is required of you is not going to happen through anger. It's going to happen through compassion. It's a sonar. And I gotta go. We'll see you later. We'll do a show